is, Zenzi. There is an actual hashtag neurodemic occurring. I cannot ask anything of another American adult or factual stuff supposedly they put on their website. One location, national chain. I ain't trying to have to hire Dr. Phil, get me out of lawsuit. One national chain I go to can stay in your car. No, you can't stay in your car here. Well, your website says. No, you can't here. Well, why did your website say that this location I can stay in my car? So days later, I had to go back to some other one. I said, please check the air on my tire. Motherfucker, put the air on this side. I'm like spinning. It's like... Nothing I say results in any reciprocal interaction with another American adult brain. Something wrong with adult brains in this country. I had been forced to go to Lufarino. Now I have to drive back. I am autistic AF. I can't be going to these places with all these smells. I would love to have somebody in my life. I've been alone for 56 fucking years, man. And the only way to stay sane and healthy is we have to express what is going on. Everyone is, shh, don't talk about how bad it is. Hey, there's my Watson. Whether you talk as she's Sherlock at human functioning or out cricking the DNA meisters. Francis Crick just assured the world, I'll discover DNA. I'm going to get consciousness for you now. Number of months. You might have said a decade. We probably had to be advised to say a decade. That's been most of my lifetime ago. Oh, maybe he lived into the 80s. I don't know. Anyway, not trying to shorten the man's life. And he did some good things. So did Einstein. I gotta tell you what he did wrong. So did... especially Freud. Descartes. Got some things very drastically wrong. And just a little bit wrong, Newton and Darwin. I am the globe's original consulting philosopher. Case closed. But of bio-electromagnetism, consciousness made coherent, complex, concise, and even clear. Y'all gonna get this once you get it, but here's the problem with the Zenzi. For all my 56 years, my brain operates at a much more higher hertz. We're not talking about, there's no judgment. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying my hertz operates at a larger number than yours. The larger number of frequencies. And vast. Fast and vast is my brain. And all I've ever been, every single American adult I've ever talked to keeps giving me advice to numb and dumb myself. This societal abuse and the constant gaslighting. It's a wonder any of y'all ever went stark raving ludicrous. Well, most of y'all is basic, essential, ludicrous. Every single thing that comes out your mouth, you need to record yourself. I've been recording myself this like 670, I think. I understand consciousness through brainwave functionality. Not through locations of different types of neurons and, buddy regional. The separatism. It's not neuroanatomy. It's human physiology. As expansive as the brain and all the... I see your heart rate variability. Let me give you brainwave variability. But that's barely anything when you're talking about physiological plasticity. There is not a single cell in your body that was the same as it was 7 years ago. And many things, your enteric lining, your gut brain, this is going around every 24 hours. The bacteria and the enteric lining, you're just regenerating. Neurons, it's all just you. Where are you? How are you? Recognizably you to yourself all the time. Now, this is so simple, it's in the blind spot, definitely in neuroscience. But just about everywhere I've looked, you're assuming the Cartesian split. This is an assumption that nobody in your childhood really told you about. The mind-body split that powers the Western whiteness thought tradition. Some good things happen, and if you want to keep calling it West, I think that's a poor word. Okay, fine. But precisely the whiteness thought tradition is whack. So here's the deal. Autistic people, we don't like breaking rules. But all I encounter in this nation is codes and customs that say you can't stay alive. Y'all commit constitutional felonies. Left, right, and center. Because you wrote things down. Now, Ibram X. Kendi. No, I got to go so fast. Ibram X. Kendi. His scholarship on Henry the Navigator. 1400s, Portugal. That was one motherfucking evil asshole. You got to get more money for the king. All y'all, none of you all are caring for yourself or your loved ones. Until y'all pleased your boss. So your boss don't report you to the white men in charge who are out there actively trying to kill you no matter how much you think you're kissing ass. The white man in charge is out there trying to kill all of us. It's a little economic system you might have heard of. You precise, too clear, coherent, complex words. We live in an implementation of an economic system called plantation capitalism. The vast global majority of humans on planet Earth exist in an enslavement, phallic scheme to give just a few, and are just about all mostly the same sort of white male. These people have a perverse mental state. It's not really even about the money, it's about the inferiority complex. Deep within them. They gotta come out here and tell all of us what we can and cannot do because something deeply wrong, deeply absent in how they were loved, cared for, respected in the very first years of their lives. But they out here just making misery, perversions. We need wise feminine thinking. Life-centric thinking is the antidote to the entirety of the money matters most masculinity of stuff-centric thinking. This is IP that belongs to all 8 billion humans across every nook and cranny of Earth. And I have sat here and worked and done the thought experiments What would His Holiness the Dalai Lama do if he'd lived my life? Where not only did nobody sense my brilliance and what I could achieve, all that's ever been done is people telling me, no, you can't do that. No, you can't think. I've never had another human being in America honor my freedom. You haven't either. We just don't. So, my work is based on 2 catchphrases. Free thinking is priceless. They're going to be billions and billions. I got at least a dozen income streams. 5 of them. Top 5 is a billion. Just billion. Because once you know what consciousness is, you can rebuild, redo, do the regression thinking. All of human physiology, Western medicine, has got to sit down as well. We need the economic system to be changed. We need the medical system, the government. We need everything. It's privileged democracy is not okay. But it's plantation capitalism, that one thing. But in order for enough of us to be willing to do what it takes to demolish plantation capitalism, we got to put on the trading wheels and demolish racism first. We cannot go at this separate skin colors. One species must go at this together. Catchphrase. My t-shirt moment. I hope. Say it again. I just hope just even one person goes, say it. So here's the key to fixing everything really quickly. Hashtag how to demolish racism by 2030. These 5 words. We are all African ancestrally. As evolutionary logic plus love intertwine, that's light-centered thinking. That's the wise feminine. Whistleblower of the whiteness thought tradition. The Trojan giraffe of whiteness. It's been Zenzi Ondolozi. Zulu words that convey. I'm responsible for who I've become. The protector of all living beings, philosophically. The philosophical method as ported through my own special fast and vast brainwave symphony. It's been Zenzi. Harmony.